Hi there, thank you so much for joining me today. This video is going to be a brand overview of Pacifica. I have tried a lot of products from this brand over the years. It's one of my favorite brands to try new things from. They're 100% vegan and cruelty-free. Their packaging is gorgeous and I love the different scent options they provide. And I'm always just really interested to try their new stuff. So I thought I would do one video giving you reviews of all the stuff that I've tried so far. I have 18 different products to talk about today, ranging from hair stuff. I have makeup removers and face washes. I have skincare, SPF, fragrances, body care, and I would say that I've tried and used up more than 18 different products from this brand, but they have discontinued quite a few of the products that I have used in the past, and so I'm not going to talk about those in this video because there's really no point in discussing them if they're no longer available. And I'm going to start by category, so let's start with hair. The first one is the Coconut Power Strong and Long Moisturizing Conditioner. This is $10, and I have tried 3 different conditioners from this brand, and there's only one that I love enough to repurchase. And this one is not it. The Strong and Long Moisturizing Conditioner is very lightweight. It does smell good. It smells like coconut, but it's just a very thin consistency. Even if I leave it in my hair for a couple minutes, it really doesn't seem to provide any moisturizing benefit to my hair. I'm not saying it dries me out, but it just doesn't really do anything that a conditioner should do. So I think once I got like halfway through the bottle, I just started using it as a shaving cream in order to finish it. It's not something I would recommend buying. Same with the Coconut Super Power Deep Conditioning Damage Control Mask. This one I thought would be more moisturizing than the Coconut Long and Strong. I really, once again, loved the scent. It's coconut scented, and it did feel a little bit thicker than the previous conditioner. However, still, it didn't really do anything for my hair. It wasn't moisturizing enough, and I can make most conditioners work for me. I don't need the most moisturizing formula to work with my hair. I wouldn't say I have extraordinarily dry ends or anything. And again, once I got to like the halfway point of this conditioner, I just realized it really wasn't doing anything for me, so I started using it as a shaving cream to finish. And that one is $16, so it's more expensive than the Coconut Long and Strong, and I don't think it provided any additional value. However, the third one, the Banana Love Deep Intensive Moisture Mask, that one is my favorite. It's also $16. And this one smells like banana dessert, like banana cream pie, and it does such a lovely job on my hair. I have it in my shower right now. It's not too heavy, but it definitely moisturizes my hair, smells fantastic. I don't typically purchase this conditioner or use it whenever my hair is really long because I do need a lot of conditioner to make sure my hair is staying moisturized, but I do like to use it whenever I have shorter hair just because I use a little bit less, so it goes a little bit farther. $16 might not be too expensive for some people, especially if you can get it for 30% off from the Pacifica website. They usually have pretty good Black Friday deals. But when I have really long hair, I tend to go through conditioner really fast, so I opt to use more affordable conditioners than the Banana Love, but it is a fantastic product and I love it. Now for makeup removers and face washes, I have a micellar water, 2 face washes, and 2 makeup removing wipes, depending on what your preference is. The one that I've tried that is still available on the website is the Coconut Water Micellar Tonic, and I think this is really nice. It does have a light, a very faint coconut scent, but it doesn't have enough fragrance to bother my skin or my eyes. I think it does a good job at removing makeup. I do talk about this in much more detail in my best and worst micellar water video that I did, I think 2 years ago. It was one that I loved. It wasn't my favorite because it is a little bit more expensive. It's $12 full price, and I can get one from NYX that's way cheaper and a bigger bottle, but I still think this is a great option, especially if you just need to pick something up really quick. This is a really nice micellar water. The next one is the Coconut Milk Cream to Foam Face Wash. This is $10 full price. I do like how big the bottles are for the face washes. $10 for the big bottle I think is a really good value. I did try a travel size of this and I didn't like it at all. I found it to be incredibly drying. It felt creamy whenever it was dry, and then as you added water to it, it would foam up. It reminds me of a really stripping face wash that I used when I was a teenager. I think it was from like Clearasil or something. I don't love it. I don't recommend using it. I think it's way too harsh, and I don't even know what type of skin that would work for. The other face wash is the Kale Detox Deep Cleaning Face Wash. This is also $10, and I also have a travel size of it that I love to take with me whenever I travel. It's a clear, kind of thicker liquid. You add water to it and it foams up, and I do find that it does a good job at cleaning my skin, and it's not as stripping or drying as the Milk to Foaming wash. It does have a very distinct smell of like herbal scent. I don't know. It's not bad, but if you are very sensitive to fragrance, I do think that this has a lot of it in there. It is something I would consider purchasing once I use up the travel size, and I like taking it on trips. It doesn't bother my skin and it's not too stripping. The next two wipes are the Purified Coconut Water Cleansing Wipes and the Rose Water Makeup Remover Wipes. Those are both $6 for the full size. They also sell them in travel sizes as well. I did a best and worst makeup removing wipe video, I think also 2 years ago, around the same time as that micellar water video, and I do talk about both of these in that video if you want like full detail. I think they're okay. I don't think that they would get rid of like the toughest, most waterproof makeup without a lot of rubbing, which I don't think you should do if you don't have to do it. But these are good if you're in a pinch, if you're traveling, you need something quick. I do think that they're good products. Next, for skincare, I have 3 mists I want to talk about: the Coconut Essence Hydra Mist, the Rose Flower Hydra Mist, and the Crystal Essence Hydra Mist. The Crystal Essence Hydra Mist comes with little crystals in the bottom of the container. You can hear them whenever you shake the bottle. And overall, I didn't love the packaging of these mists. I think that the sprayer was very harsh and heavy. It wasn't like a gentle mist like some other mists that I've used in the past. The coconut one was my favorite just because of the scent. The rose and the crystal were more heavily fragranced in my opinion, and they just didn't feel as like gentle. But those are $10 a piece, and I think that's pretty pricey considering all the drugstore facial mists that you can get out there. Once again, I do have a best and worst facial mist video that I'll link in the cards where I talk about all 3 of these in greater detail. I talk about ingredients, I compare it to other face mists when it comes to cost per ounce, etc. All in all, I think these are okay, but they're not my be-all end-all favorites. I wouldn't really repurchase any of them. And unfortunately, same for the next 2 products I'm going to talk about. They're both face creams. The first one is the Coconut Probiotic Water Rehab Cream. A lot of people say that this is a dupe for the Too Faced Hangover Primer. I don't really agree. I think if you're looking at something with the same texture, they're not really the same. Maybe the results are the same, but I don't really find that either of them are very effective, so it wasn't moisturizing enough for me to use on its own. I would have to use it in conjunction with an oil or with a thicker cream, so it really wasn't something that was worth repurchasing for me. Maybe if you have incredibly oily skin and you want a more lightweight cream, this would be good for you. It does have a very slight coconut scent, so keep that in mind. And that full price is $16, which I think is a little pricey. And the other cream I did love as well. It's the Dreamy Youth Day and Night Face Cream. This one was very heavily fragranced with rose, and I don't really love rose-scented skincare products. It's also $16. I thought it was definitely more moisturizing than the Rehab Cream, and I could use it on its own as a moisturizer, but something about it just didn't feel very nice. Have you ever used a cream that you would rub it in and it would be really white and thick and you'd have to like rub it into your skin? That's kind of what it did for me, which I don't love. I don't think that's the most luxurious feeling, and it can be a bit heavy on the skin without being like moisturizing heavy. Do you know what I mean? So that one I definitely wouldn't buy again, if anything, for the very heavy rose scent. My next category is SPF, and I have 2 SPF products I want to talk about. The first one is an SPF lip balm. It's the Mineral Color Lip Balm SPF 30, and they have 2 different shades, in a nude shade and in a peach shade, and I have the nude shade. It is a bit of a drier formula, so if you have super dry lips, it's going to be uncomfortable to apply it because it kind of needs something to work with in order to spread easily, or you have to kind of warm it up on your lips in order to get it going. It's just a drier formula in general, but I do think it's a good product. It doesn't have a really gross SPF taste. Some SPF lip balms have a really gross sunscreen taste, and this one doesn't really have that. It also doesn't have a really heavy fragrance, and I do think that it is good to have an SPF lip product, especially if you're going to be outside for a long time. It's $4.99, and it's one of the only vegan cruelty-free lip balms with SPF that I know of. So for that reason, I would recommend trying it, especially if you have a trip and you want to have something to protect your lips. It's just okay. It does the job. I think it's more of like a utility type of product. The next one is one that I did not like at all, and it was the Mineral Face Shade Coconut Probiotic SPF 30. Being a mineral sunscreen, it does leave a white cast, but I did not expect the level of white cast that it would leave. I am quite pale. Most things that leave a white cast aren't really that noticeable on me, especially if I can put makeup on top of them, but this was a whole nother level. Not only did it smell horrible, I can't even explain the scent. It was like clay and sunscreen, and they tried to add some type of fragrance to to get rid of it in there. I don't really know what happened, but it just smelled horrible. It was super thick. It took forever to blend in, and it just left such a thick white cast on your skin. It was so noticeable. Anyone who's even a little bit deeper than me is gonna look like they're wearing clown makeup. It's unfortunate because it's a great price. You get a big bottle for $13, but the formula is just not nice at all. I don't recommend it. And finally, for fragrance and body care, I have 2 fragrance products, 1 body care product. The 2 fragrances that I want to talk about are roll-on perfumes that I've tried in the past. They are $12 each, and the first one is the Persian Rose, and the second is French Lilac. I liked the French Lilac one a lot better than the Rose. I thought I liked rose-scented products when I purchased it, and then when I put it on, I realized I actually don't really like it that much, so I ended up giving it to my mom. If you like rose-scented products, heavily rose-scented products, you would really like that one. The French Lilac one was lovely. My mom ended up loving it, so I ended up giving that to her as well. And as I tried to build my cruelty-free fragrance collection, I most likely will purchase a bottle of the French Lilac perfume. You can get a full bottle, I think, for like $22, so it's a really great, affordable, cruelty-free fragrance option. I have smelled the other scents that they have in store, and none of the other scents really appealed to me, especially the guava one. I hate the scent of guava. Does anybody else feel like it smells like BO? I wonder if that's like a genetic thing, like people who don't like the taste of cilantro. A lot of them were either overly sweet or overly fruity. They are very intense for being so affordable, and they also have perfume oil options as well if that's something you're into. And the very last one is a product that I love. It is the Coconut Cream Body Souffle. This is lovely. It's $15 for a big tub of it. It's very lightweight. I imagine it's very similar to the body yogurts that the Body Shop has. It's not thick like the Body Shop body butters. It has a very, very light coconut scent. It smells really nice, and I just love how easy it is to apply. It's not super greasy. It goes really far, so you don't need a lot to cover like all the parts that you want to moisturize. It's something that absorbs quickly, not so quickly that you feel like you didn't put anything on, but just enough to not leave a heavy or greasy feel. This is something I 100% recommend if you are in the market for a new body cream, and I'm really hoping that they run with it and provide more scents in this formula. So those are all the products I have to talk about. Like I said, I've tried way more than 18 products from this brand over the years, but the other ones just weren't available on the website anymore, and I'm guessing they were discontinued. Let me know if you like this type of video where I give speed reviews of a bunch of products from one brand. I could easily make a video like this from e.l.f. or from NYX. If there's anything from the Pacifica brand that I haven't talked about that you think I should try, please let me know in the comments. I love trying different products from this brand especially. But in the meantime, that's everything I have. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!